There. Welcome to Wild Heart and Soul show. I'm Susan, and I wanted to take the time today to talk to you and share with you more about this store, more about this shop, this little fashion clothing shop in St. Augustine, Florida, in Old Town, in the historic section. So, St. Augustine is the nation's, United States, oldest continuous living city, which I didn't really know until I moved here. So I wanted to start off today with a quote that I came across that really spoke to me. And it's from Maya Angelou. And she says, "My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive. And to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style." And I just feel like that encapsulates so much of what I'm trying to do here in this store, in this little shop in St. Augustine. And so the way that I want to start is I always want to share with you just what I'm wearing, So what did I decide to put on today? So today I've got on a line that we carry. They're quite popular in kind of the southern states, but it brings in some kind of funky, some real kind of feminine look. So I've got this sweet little top on, and I don't think you can see my pants. So the pants are kind of these balloon stripy pants. Cute, very, very comfortable. There's sweet little details all the way throughout. So I chose that today because these are very light clothes. Here in Florida, it's still warm. So I wanted something that was light, easy to throw on. A lot of our clothes are like that. So anyway, that was my choice today, to be a little feminine and ruffly and a little flirty today. So that's what I'm wearing today. Wish I could see what you are. And I mean that in the best way. Okay, so talking about Wild Heart Boutique. Here's the thing. There's so many places to go to. There's so many little businesses to go to. And I think with everything that's going on in the world, and I think this is true, and I hope this is true, there's become more focus on the small business, in our communities and wanting to support our communities, especially through a very challenging time, which I think is wonderful. And so I think of this business as really a small business in a community, So it's not just this business trying to do what it can on its own. It can't be. It's part of a larger system, a larger ecosystem. And for me, this direct sphere of this community is so important to me. And so here's the bottom line for me. I want you to feel like this is your store. That's what I want. I want you to feel a familiarity when you come into the shop. Or maybe if you don't live here, it's a familiarity that I want you to feel right now. I want to connect. I'm trying to create relationships. And that's what I feel is so powerful right now in this world situation, is that a lot of us, we're shut in right now. We can't go out. We can't make the relationships. We can't give each other hugs. And I miss that so much. I'm a hugger. I'm a people person. And so we've had to learn how to reach out to each other in different ways. So as this shop is my platform, I want you to have a sense of familiarity, a sense of welcome. Anytime that you listen to me, anytime that you walk in the door, it's almost like the feeling that maybe you've been here before, and that you're always welcome to come back. And that is really, really at the core of how we act in this place. When you come in, you're always greeted warmly. You're talked, we will help you as much as you want. Sometimes you don't want help. You want to be left alone. We respect that. So I want you to feel like this is your store. And let me give you an example of that. So one time we had a lot of people in the store, and we had a customer, and Mary, if you're out there, thanks, Mary. And I was, trying to just really help people and be around. We're full service, meaning we will help you with whatever you need. And it got so busy that she started just pitching in. Like, she just started to work. She started to clear out the dressing rooms and started to talk to people about our clothes. She loves them for herself. And it was like she had left, and then another group came in. They said, "Wow, did you see that woman's just started helping? Does she work here?" I said, "No, she doesn't work here. She's a customer of ours." And they were like, wow, that's awesome. That people feel like they can pitch in and help. And I'm like, that's really it. I want you to, I don't expect you to work. I don't expect you to pitch in and help. But the fact that, we have people feeling comfortable enough to say, hey, yeah, check out these pants or let me help you. So, quick story on, really how creating an inclusive environment is important. The second thing that I want to share with you is that, this shop is really about the whole person. It is a place of business. It is a place where you can get amazing clothing, and all things fashion. But here the intention is to support the whole person. Body, mind, and soul, right? That's pretty lofty. I get that. And if you don't want that, you don't have to have it. If you want to come in here and buy a pair of pants, you can buy a pair of pants. If you want to come in here and chat with me about what's going on in the world, you can chat with me what's going on in the world and for you, and I will be there to support you. So this is why you'll see, that the offerings of this shop are much more than the items in here. It's yoga class every Thursday morning where I do a yoga break. It's the Wild Heart and Soul show, a talking show. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to expand it, and I'm going to start to invite other wild hearts to come on and speak with us. And so you can start to expand kind of your own tribe. Maybe you're a wild heart and you want to be on with me. Let me know. So this is how I want to start to create a network of people, and this is how I believe in feeding body, mind, and soul through any platform that we have. And for me, it's this shop. So we are very intentional about how we come out to the world. It's also in the events that we participate in. It's very intentional. What are those events? Are they towards, really supporting the whole person? It's also our charitable organizations that we support. How are we giving back to the community? And one that we are very involved with is Hopeful Handbags. As you know, hopefully you know that by now. Working to end domestic violence. So we work towards overall health. Okay, so this is a place for you to come to feel and to be and feel okay. It's a place for fun, positivity, to really enhance a positive mindset. And so when you come here, I want to offer you this. I want you to feel good in your own skin. I want this place to be a gathering, and I think it is a gathering place for you and your friends. Do you want to have a little fancy soiree here? We could do that. You want to have a girls' night out? You could do that. This is a very flexible place for us to come together. I want to offer ways to care for yourself, and that can be talking. It can be talking about compassion. One of my things that I'm really into is mindful self-compassion, and that is the practice of learning how to have a better relationship with yourself, learning how to have a loving relationship to yourself. And that's something that I'll be doing more about. Or maybe it's even just finding a beautiful soap, or maybe it's finding a beautiful fragrance for you to take care of yourself. All those things count. Everything from a beautiful soap all the way through to being able to breathe with me in yoga. I mean, there's many things in between that. And so that is really what I am trying to offer you. So I kind of reference that quote that I shared in the moment, or in the beginning from Maya Angelou. And she talks about, wanting to thrive, not just survive, but thrive. So what does that mean? What can a store like this offer when it comes to that? Well, we can offer passion. We can offer compassion. We can certainly offer some style and humor, because I feel like businesses today have that responsibility to really contribute to positivity in a community, positivity into the local community and the global community. And so that's really what I want to say to you is that my vision for this place is much grander than being a storefront. It's a great thing. I love being a storefront. And when you come in here, what can you find? You can find great clothing, right, across all kind of different styles, right? That's what you come in for. It's Wild Heart Boutique. Come in for some clothes. Come in for great styles, great sizes, trends, not trendy, classic, all kinds of price ranges, accessories that are affordable, that are unique, that are interchangeable. I can help you build your wardrobe. I can help you build on your existing wardrobe. I can help you kind of find things that are different, modern, unique. Why? Why? Because we have an opportunity, right, to present ourselves to the world in a certain way. And we can kind of curate to that end, right? So we do curation in here, meaning we pick and choose very selectively on purpose with an end in mind. That end in mind is this. It's just this. For you to feel good. That's it. To feel good in your own skin. And I'm going to add something else that I've heard a lot about, and that is to feel good in your own skin with where you are right now. Where you are right now, right? All of us have said to ourselves, when I lose 5 pounds, when I lose 10 pounds, I'm going to feel great. When I lose some weight, I'm going to come shopping. And I understand that, believe me. I think probably every woman has felt that. But the truth is that all the things that you're missing on the way, right? Is it really worth missing? Can you find a way to feel good in your own skin now? And that's really why I'm here, to talk to you about that. Because the truth is that, and this is really true, every single person that comes in here, every single person that comes in here, I find beautiful. I find beautiful. I don't care what you're wearing. I don't care what you look like, what your hair color is, what your eye color is. What I see is another fellow human being that took the time to walk into those doors and to have an experience. Because this place is about an experience. It's about a positive experience. It's about, and sometimes it's not even a positive. Maybe it's a neutral experience you're looking for. It doesn't always have to be all rainbows, and unicorns. Maybe it's just a neutral place. Maybe it's a safe space for you to come in and experience some downtime. And that's what it is here. So finding those ways to be who you are right now in this moment, that's a passion I have. And I infuse that not only in the store, but in the other offerings that I continue to offer and that you can always come and experience here. We'll always look for things like luxury items without the luxury price. That's important to me. Because, like, for example, you like cashmere, I like cashmere, can't always afford it. So, we try to bring in the most affordable things that we can. And that's just an example of the things that, very intentionally that this store is about. Here's something else that I wanted to tell you that I'm starting. It's not, like a new idea, but it really kind of hit me because of this time. A lot of people, what are they doing with their time? And that is reading. So I'm going to start a book exchange in the store. You can take one, leave one, borrow one. But, here's the meaning behind that, in a book exchange, in a book place to share books. When I send books to people, I usually try to send them a used book. I try. I also want to, put new books out there into circulation. But there are certain books that I just feel like, there's a lot of wonderful power and energy in holding a book and reading a book that someone before you has. Someone before you has maybe had the emotions in that book, maybe laughed and cried, had small adventures within themselves through a book, through this funny little gathering of words. How can I thought about that. I'm like, how can I really help perpetuate that? And so I'm going to have a little nook where you can bring your books, you can take a book, you can, really feel something and give something that passes from hand to hand, that passes through people's intellects, that passes through people's hearts, through a simple book. And so that, to me, it's a good example. Well, Susan, what are you doing having a book exchange in a women's boutique, right? Well, here's what I'm doing. I'm trying to engage people's hearts and minds. I'm trying to really perpetuate a positive way of being. I'm trying to perpetuate ways of using our time in a positive way. And so that's the meaning and intention behind starting a book exchange. And that's an example. So I'd love for you to participate in that. And I did mention to you already, why yoga. I start my yoga breaks, as in, what the heck is Susan offering yoga for in a women's boutique? It can be kind of like, what is that about, right? It's about a peace offering. That's my offering to you, to anyone that wants to join me from a minute to the 30 minutes that I do, to find a little bit of peace. Again, this is wild heart. And a definition of wild heart is this: to embrace life with an open heart and a fierce soul. And so with that definition, there's opportunities to expand into many directions. And one of those directions for me is, for example, the yoga offering. It's a peace offering. It's offered to you with an open heart. It's offered to you with a fierce soul. And so that is just an offering to you based on what you want to grab. It's up to you. So these are some ways that, the mission and the vision of WildHeart Boutique is that it's to be a safe space. It has been from the moment our doors opened, a safe space for people to come together, to shop, to have a good time, to feel good. I can't tell you how many times women will come in and they will try something on and they will feel great in it. Do you know how that's so satisfying for me? Because you know what? I'm here for the long game. It's not about making the sale. It isn't. It's not about, ooh, I want you to take that because I want to sell it to you. It's not that. It really is deeper than that. It's about, how can I help you bring out the best in yourself? And one way is through the way that we dress. It is through the expression that we express to the world. It is our style. It's finding our style. It's finding your voice through your style. And so what we offer here is that we can do a lot of different things with that and play and experiment, right? And see what works. And it's an easy, safe way to do that. And if you come in and you just wanted to say hi, because you will always get a smile in here. You will always have my attention as much as I can and much more. So, from me to you, from my wild heart to your wild heart, I hope you have a wonderful day. I want to end with a little bit more on being a wild heart. What I've talked about today with you is all about being a wild heart. It's all about expressing my vast open heart to you. It's all about expressing my fierce soul and the ability to go forward in life with no matter what happens, with no matter what curveballs happen in your life, and they always happen, and they happen for all of us. So we all share that common thread. From my wild heart to your wild heart, I'm with you. And together we can do this. Together we really are stronger. If this meant anything to you, I'd love it if you'd share it, if you'd follow me on Facebook and Instagram, like me, share me. If you feel like you're a wild heart and you want to join me for a talk, reach out and tell me. If you know of a wild heart you think that I should have on this show, call me and tell me. I'm open. I'm very open to what you think we should be doing here. So thanks for your attention. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you have a wonderful day ahead, and I will see you next time.